Welcome to nerdschatting, movie, TV, comic chat. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome everybody to Nerds Chatting. My name is Nate, and with me this evening are my two very good friends, Ben and JB. Hello lads, how are you?
Hello Nathan, I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
I'm alright, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So, welcome old listeners, welcome new listeners. We've been away for some time, but we are back with a vengeance.
Nice.
I thought that through.
Did you?
I actually planned that.
Did you?
See what I did? Ben's like, what does he mean?
Oh.
The Batman.
Yes.
Batman. We're talking about the Batman.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're the Nerds Chatting. We are nerds and we chat about all things nerdy, movies, TV shows, comic books and some other stuff. And today we are going to be talking about the Batman. But before that, new section. JB came up with the title. Trailer Trash News.
I mean, it's big. It's big, it's bold, it's right up there with the times as well. Don't you think, Ben?
We need a theme tune, JB.
What, you want me to make
A jingle right now, yeah.
Right now,
yeah.
now?
On the spot, yeah.
Trailer trash.
I love everything about it.
I absolutely despise
Yeah,
that.
can you put that in when I say Trailer Trash News, and then put in the bit where we talk about it, so everyone's like, "What is it?" So you've got to cut that out.
Okay, fine.
I just want to give him all the editing. I just want to make him edit it.
As much editing as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
If you could fuck up at some point,
When you say, can you?
Yeah.
I mean, I will.
so that Ben has to edit that out as well, and do it in the way that you have to then call back on it later, but we have to cut it out. Like say something really atrocious.
Okay, I can.
No.
I shall. I mean, it's easy for me to do this.
So yeah, we've been away for a while, haven't we? And
4 months.
4 months.
How many?
Yeah, 4. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was because there wasn't even a 2022 folder in our OneDrive for our podcast notes. I had to make a new folder up.
There you go.
I know, sad times, but we're back,
We are back.
Yes.
and it's Trailer Trash News.
Trailer trash.
And we got 4 trailers to talk about. We just watched them. Ben's giggling about it.
He is.
It's landed. It's landed.
Yeah, he's gonna add a little bit of music
Yeah.
to what I just sang.
Yeah.
And my God, it's gonna hit everybody in their nice warm spot.
I really hate it.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about it. So, Stranger Things season 4 had a trailer. We just
Yes.
watched all these trailers. I know nothing about this because I gave up at season 2.
Why?
Because season 2 was naff.
Season 3 was an improvement on Season 2.
Yeah.
However, I understand you giving up. If,
Yeah.
if it's not for you, then that's fine.
So we started the trailer just now, and I'm like, do I need to know anything about this? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Season 3 would be useful to know.
Yeah, all of it, Ben. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
All of it, yeah.
I thought
most
season
definitely.
3 was really good, actually.
Definitely. It's possibly better than Season 1, even though Season 1 was very new and original.
Be careful.
Okay, I'll be careful.
Yeah.
Okay. So, obviously, I'm the moron looking at this, not knowing what's going on. 13's lost her powers.
11.
Hopper's not dead, but was dead.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sacrificed himself.
There's a
Yes.
spider web dude that looks a bit Guillermo del Toro typey stuff.
Looked pretty scary, though.
Yeah.
And
Obviously-
he can speak as well, Ben. He can speak.
Yes, he can.
He
Obviously
speaks-
going to be revealed to be behind everything from the start.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So it's Palpatine, basically.
More than likely.
Palpatine is he was always in the background. Snoke was always Palpatine.
Yes.
Palpatine has always been doing
The
everything.
dead
so-
talk. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
And you guys loved it.
I thought it was very good. Loved the music. Definitely got me excited. Gave me enough to go, ooh, I think I'm definitely going to watch this. Yes.
Okay. And it's out May soon, very soon.
First part is out in May, and then there's another part that's out in July or something.
Interesting that. Do you think that there are more episodes, or do you think Netflix is just doing the thing where they really want people to keep talking about it for longer?
Interesting. It could be COVID related because the final season of Ozark is also split into 2 like this. So the first part of the last season came out in January, and then the second part of the last season comes out, I think, in a couple of days' time. So it could be COVID related. they had to break it up. They could only film in chunks because of, okay, we'll do this lot in this batch because we know we can do this, and then we'll break and people can catch it and get over it and come back and do this. It could be that's their new thing and they want to have it in the zeitgeist for longer because
money,
otherwise Netflix stuff just disappears like a fart in the wind.
Nice, insightful comments, Ben, but I think you're completely wrong. I think what it's mostly about is that Netflix are thinking about people that love shows that they want to watch, and then their subscription runs out, so they have to renew to then watch it. Because they do yearly things, just like it's a rolling thing. Yeah.
I hear, I've heard.
That's my favourite face, Ben.
I don't understand what you just said at all.
Yeah.
I've heard that Netflix likes money.
And doesn't have a lot of it?
Yeah, apparently they might be massively in debt.
What?
Who
Is
knows?
that because everyone stopped their subscriptions? That's
No,
what
I think
stopping subscriptions.
they just they pay a lot for stuff, don't they?
They do.
But they also won't release their financials.
Not for Discovery, though. They didn't pay enough for that.
No, well, Discovery bought Warner Brothers. No, you mean Discovery?
Yeah. No, I don't.
You mean Star Trek Disco?
That's what I meant.
The Discovery Channel.
Yes.
You know the Discovery Channel?
Yes.
That thing that's like that. It's kind of in the background. No one knows about it. You don't watch it. Shark Week every now and then.
Yeah.
Discovery Channel is big enough to have bought Warner Brothers. I'm not making this up. Warner
How?
Brothers
Yeah?
is now owned by Discovery.
Shut up.
I know.
Who subscribes to the Discovery Channel?
Maybe a lot of people in America? Ben is bored by this.
Ben, tell me about Discovery Channel.
Hello? Shark Week? Did we not have you at Shark Week?
I like Shark Week.
What's your favourite show?
Discovery has a Discovery Plus.
Yeah, they do.
subscription
Yeah.
thing, don't they?
Don't ignore the question. What's your favourite shark?
It's my favourite shark.
Yeah.
A tiger shark.
Oh, good choice.
Nice.
That is choice. Shark.
I could have gone with the old traditional Carcarius,
Of course.
also known as the Great White.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I decided to go for the
Yeah.
the more rugged, the bit of the scrappier shark,
Nice.
tiger shark.
I'm a fan of the Mako.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
they've got like those teeth that they can like pull forward. They've got
Oh
like
no,
rows.
no, stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's
disgraceful
yeah.
things.
When the
Hate
Deep Blue Sea, that was Makos, wasn't it? Wasn't
Yes.
that genetically engineered Makos?
Yes.
What's your favourite shark?
I love a hammerhead.
Oh yeah, very
I mean, I
distinctive.
think they,
yeah,
I
classy.
think they probably get bullied out of all the other sharks because they've got
Weird
a
face.
head that looks like a hammer.
What are we talking about?
I think this has been the best tangent we've had in a long time.
Are we talking about Stranger Things?
We are. Yeah.
How did we get onto sharks?
Because I said
from
Discovery.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Ben's
I'm so confused.
Best chat.
Best-
ever.
I love
So
it.
you think that it's split up into two parts because people need to
Renew their subscription.
renew their subscription?
Yeah.
Even though they would already have a subscription to watch season 1, but their month-long subscription will run out.
Yeah.
Therefore, they have to buy it to get
Yes.
the second part of
Yes.
season 4.
I concur. Unless, of course,
Now I understand what you're saying.
people JB it and then they just wait for it to all be released, do a monthly subscription, and just smash the hell out of.
We
all
should
the seasons.
clarify to JB something is to like devour it in about 3 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
20 hours worth of
Exactly.
content.
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah. You just watch it on like 3 times speed.
That's
or
not
something.
possible. Well, you've never met JB.
Yeah. This is correct. This is absolutely correct. I think was it Walking Dead that started the JBing? You were
Yes.
like, oh, maybe I should watch this, and then like we came back to you like a week later, and you're like, I've seen 4 seasons.
I think that was the first time we were introduced to JB.
Yeah.
JBing.
Yeah, okay,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, any other comments about the actual trailer rather than the business model of the trailer?
I think I probably need to rewatch all 3 seasons of Stranger Things to completely get myself back into the mindset of this.
Oh, Benjamin, your brain. I can't.
It's
I just
just
can't
too-
even.
I'm too old now. I can't even. I
Can
don't even
confirm.
remember your name half the time.
Can confirm
Let
this,
alone
yeah,
what happened
yeah.
in season 1, episode 3 of Stranger Things. Got no idea.
Yeah.
So, but if I do that, it immerses me. The other thing I could do is I could just ignore it completely for 2 years until my youngest daughter is old enough to watch Stranger Things, because it's 15.
Yeah.
She's almost 13.
Yeah.
So I leave it a couple of years and then watch all of it with her. And she has her own version of JBing it.
Oh, that's good.
So we could do that.
You've been. This sounds really odd. You've been JBing it with your daughter with the Marvel movies, haven't you? So it sounded really weird.
Well, no, she'd
I wasn't
actually seen more Marvel movies than me at one point because she went to the cinema to watch Spider-Man
Yeah.
how do I get home? There's no way to do it.
No.
Before I did, and I'd seen Eternals with her, so we watched it on.
You did not like Eternals.
No, it's a dreadful movie.
I don't think
It's
it's
the Marvel
dreadful.
movie I think I have enjoyed the least, and I include in that Thor: The Dark Thor and Iron Man 2. Hey, who's this Russian dude?
Yeah, I on rewatch Thor: The Dark Thor and Iron Man 2. Hey, who's this Russian dude? I actually think they're quite enjoyable.
They are.
The problem with Eternals for me is it's got too much in it, and the main people, the people they've given the focus to, are boring.
Yes.
The side people are actually really interesting and really great actors and have really interesting dynamics with the world. But the main people, where they're like, I love you and I love you too. Oh.
This is the first time I've thought to myself, do you know what? Maybe Nathan's onto something talking about these Game of Thrones actors that can't actually act in anything other than Game of
I'm
Thrones.
so pleased we recorded that.
I
Did you hear that?
think no. Let's edit it out now.
He might actually edit it out.
Do it, Ben.
Anyway, Stranger Things season 4. Yeah, I'll watch it.
I will.
I don't know when I will,
watch
but
it.
I'll watch it.
Well, I watch it. Alison liked Stranger Things, which I'm thoroughly shocked at because she hates stuff like that.
Yeah,
Normally,
she didn't like spooky stuff, does she?
No, I don't know. Well, maybe she's just supporting me because I don't like spooky stuff.
You are a big girl's blouse, but
I
that's okay.
am, and season 1 was pretty freaking scary.
I think actually, I think the CGI isn't that great, and I think that takes it out of it sometimes.
Oh, come on, have a word. CGI is still pretty good.
There's the what are the things
Oh,
called?
are you thinking about season 2 when the big blob thing happens in the hospital?
No,
Or
I'm
is that
thinking about
three?
season 1 in the school when the what are the creatures called? The
Flipping scaries? I don't know. Can't remember.
They're like dog things, and their heads open up like
yeah.
flowers.
Yeah.
Mega Gorgonites.
Gorgonites.
Yeah.
Gorgonites. They are the good dolls in the
It's Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
Yes.
I was going to say
Yeah.
action toy film.
Cracking
Whatever.
movie. That's a cracking movie. That is underrated.
What the fuck are you doing?
Would you like to talk about Doctor Strange
Please.
trailer? Okay. There was a Doctor Strange 2 trailer we just watched, which has just got everything in it.
There's a lot of detail in there.
Too much.
A lot of Scarlet Witch as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hadn't actually seen that trailer until we just watched it, and
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't really pay an awful lot of attention to it
Yeah.
because I was playing Tetris at the time it was on because I knew it was a. I didn't. I looked at the like the image on YouTube for it, and I looked at it and thought, I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it.
Are you missing? Are you not wanting to watch all the trailers? You don't want any spoilers?
No. I mean, there was a significant spoiler in the last trailer that I watched. Not a spoiler, but
Hang
a
on,
reveal.
is that the one that was spoilt for me? It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, this is cracking. I'm sure I've told you the story before.
You have, but I'm happy to listen to it.
So I'm like, I'm not going to watch these. I don't think. I think I'll avoid these because
Yeah.
it's not long.
No.
It's not long, and it's going to be lots of cameos. It'll be fun.
And when's it out?
Like-
6th of May?
Yeah, it's really soon.
Yeah,
So
me
this
too.
was a couple of months ago, and I was like, yeah, I'll just enjoy the surprises. And then I got a Teams message,
Uh-oh.
a Teams chat with Ben and me
Uh-oh.
and someone else.
Just to say, I didn't spoil anything.
You didn't.
No.
And the other person messaged and said,
And it
"Oh
was
my
in-
god!"
And it was in the opening message.
It was like,
It didn't
did
build
you
up to
see?
it, it just went, bang!
Did you see the Doctor Strange trailer? I can't believe they put Professor X in it.
Oh my god.
And I was like, oh, I guess I'll watch the trailer then.
Spoiler klaxon.
Yeah.
Insert spoiler klaxon.
Do you know what you should do? You know, if possible, you should put just like a beep over when I say that.
I can do that.
Yeah?
That's
Can
possible.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, this trailer, I think this trailer is
Too much.
too much, but fine. Very generic. Looks like an action movie.
I already want to see the film.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to convince me anymore.
I don't
All
know
it's
who the band
doing
is.
is convincing people that don't want to or have no interest in it that, hey, you might want to come and see this. There's lots going on.
I think the baddie is probably going to be Scarlet Witch.
Right.
I disagree.
Okay. But it will also be Baron Mordo, and it will, who was in the first one? Chiwetel Ejiofor, who he was his friend and then turns bad at the end.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And it will probably also be him, another version of him as a bad guy.
Right, okay.
You saw What If, didn't you? The animated series?
Not all of it.
What is this face?
It must be my face from the
Right.
universe.
JB?
Yes.
You've got to JB it.
I've seen some of What If,
But
not
the,
all of it.
the last few episodes culminate into something.
Yeah, I think I did see
And I
Doctor
think it will
Strange.
kind of be important.
I
to
think it's
this.
going to be important. Also, you need to watch Spider-Man.
Okay, well, and we all know what I need to do to watch Spider-Man, don't we?
He's looking at me. It's almost like I've got a streaming service that needs to provide something for him.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think the big bad in this film will be the Supreme Strange.
Yeah.
And it will be his evolution, because he evolved within his universe.
Yeah.
And then his universe was obviously pocket dimensioned.
Yeah.
I think he will evolve further now that all the dimensions have been opened in the way that they have. That's not spoiling anything.
No.
And because you've seen Loki, right?
Yeah.
So there you go. So I think that he will absorb powers from hitherto unknown folk and will become pretty much unstoppable.
I mean, sorry, you've got something to say. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to wonder, is this going to be one of these films that's going to be really complicated to watch and then I need to look up Wikipedia that then tells me what happens?
Possibly.
Okay, fine.
But the thing is
There's
with
a lot
Marvel
of shit-
movies
there's
is...
a lot-
Sorry.
a lot of stuff going on, sounds like.
Is this your bad moment? Is this what we're going to edit out?
Yeah.
I think Marvel movies do a thing where they make us think it's going to be super complicated, and then we watch it and it's actually quite like just mainstream and normal.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think we had that with WandaVision. I remember we did loads and loads and loads of speculation with WandaVision, and then it ended and we were like, oh, it was everything we thought it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was no surprises generally. You know, it was.
My God, that person's Mephisto.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it won't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think you'll probably have a richer experience if you watch What If again. And,
Okay.
You've got to watch No Way Home.
Yeah.
Don't give me this. No, it's not important. You've got to watch it.
I
Yeah,
will.
we'll sort it
I
out.
will.
We'll sort it
Does
out.
that, and hang on.
You can buy it on DVD.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Because who buys DVDs now?
Well, you can buy it on Amazon Prime
Can I?
and stream
Oh
it.
yeah, you can't buy it on Disney Plus because it's made by Sony. So
Are we gonna? Does that mean we're going to watch Doctor Strange at cinema?
yeah,
Are we?
Yeah, I'll watch that.
It's like-
Oh,
2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
I'm sure it's like the 4th or 5th or 6th of May.
Yeah,
definitely
all right.
6th
Well,
of
let's
May.
book
There
it.
you go.
Okay, we're in. I feel like we should do a good.
Let's
thing.
not do this admin on the
Oh,
podcast.
I love it when we do admin on the podcast. It's my favourite thing.
Everyone knows.
Squeaky chair. Sorry, wasn't my bum.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I watched Doctor Strange. I didn't want to watch this trailer.
No,
I didn't pay attention.
I think this trailer was a bad trailer for what will be a fun movie. It is Sam Raimi though, and he makes hit and miss movies.
He did the Spider-Man's, didn't
He did the Spider-Man's, didn't
he? Yeah.
he? Did the not the Walking Dead's, the Evil Dead's. Evil Dead 2
I can't watch
is incredible, but
Okay.
he does make some trash as well.
that. Ben, have you watched Evil Dead 2?
Yes.
Is it incredible?
Yes.
Well, fine.
Do you like
You
Evil
hate
Dead
it.
3? Do you like what's it called?
Darkness.
Army of Darkness. Do you like it?
I've seen it. It's fine.
I
It's
had
not
a
as good as Evil Dead 2.
no, it's not, but it's only good because Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
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 I had a moment when I was at uni when it was just like Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, again and again and again. Loved it.
Okay. Of course you did.
What is this?
Sam Raimi has a habit of making his lead characters suffer
Yeah.
greatly.
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to seeing him put Cumberbatch through the ringer.
The,
I think he will do it in an extreme way in this film.
In Evil Dead 2,
Right.
he strapped Ash to like a pulley system and put the camera on him, and so the camera moved as he moved, so the background looked like it was moving really rapidly, and it was supposed to be him being dragged through the woods. And what they did was they were standing beside it, and there was like branches hitting him, and it was Sam Raimi, the director, literally just whacking him with branches, just like really loving it, and it like really cut his face and everything. And but they're like best friends, and he was just like, really, it's like if we made a movie because we would torture each other whilst making it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a scene in Spider-Man 2 where Tobey Maguire drops his books
Yeah.
and people are hitting him as he's like
In the
walking past
face.
him and hitting him in the face as they walk past him whilst he's picking up his books. There's a deleted scene where one of those people is Sam Raimi and he hits him so hard with his bag, he like grabs his face with his bag, the strap of his bag, and almost rips his face off. It's literally unbelievable. In Drag Me to Hell, the poor lead actor in that film is tortured in that film by Sam. He's a sadist.
Yeah.
Well,
He
it feels
really
like
is.
in a few years he's probably going to get sued for this.
Probably,
abuse.
yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
all of his actors really love working with him. I think he might be a really nice guy.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think so.
A really nice guy that allows you to.
I
beat
know,
you. Okay,
I
let's-
know,
let's not
I
think
know.
about
I
that
think
too much.
under the parameters of Kevin Feige, given knowing what he can do,
Yeah.
and what he is allowed to explore, he will have a field day on this film.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
I think that'll be
and
fun.
there'll be like more cameos than we can even believe. There'll be
Should we count them
everything.
up? Maybe we should do some sort of like tally chart.
there'll be like
Mr. Sunday Movies will do that
there'll be some.
Well, why don't we
fantastic-
do it before Mr. Sunday Movie?
because I'll have to edit it.
He will,
James,
that's true,
and
he
I
will.
cannot
He
do
will.
that
Why not? You're
because
brilliant.
I do not have the skill sets.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Okay.
There'll be Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
There'll be Spider-Man. There'll be Fantastic Four. There'll be
X-Men.
X-Men.
Do you
There'll
reckon Wolverine will
be
be there?
Daredevil. There.
Yeah,
Do you
Punisher.
reckon they get Ben Affleck? Do you reckon they can get Ben Affleck for that?
possibly.
It's possible, isn't it?
Punisher?
Punisher. There'll be like 3 Punishers in there. Imagine if they get Dolph Lundgren.
Holy shit! Bringing him back
Could happen, couldn't it?
Oh mate, that would be.
That could happen. I'm calling it.
Could.
There'll be a couple of Venoms. Oh, maybe not, because Sam Raimi does not like Venom as a character.
So we could bring him back and really hurt him.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else will there be on there? What other Marvel movies?
There
There
could-
could be a Blade. They might get a Wesley Snipes back.
Could get a Wesley Snipes back. There could be any superhero film set or owned by Marvel
Yeah.
could be in this.
Do you reckon they'll have?
There could be DC characters in
Hang on,
this.
there could be. There could be. Do you reckon is the guy? Well, we don't know if he's alive or not. But the dude that was Peter Parker in the TV series of Spider-Man
Nicholas
live
Hammond.
action. Yeah, Nicholas Hammond. Is he still alive?
Yes.
Oh, imagine if they got him in. Come on, that'd be cool. That's the Sam Raimi type thing to do. Ben's on board, but he doesn't want to agree.
He does. He would love it.
I loved that Spider-Man when I was younger, by the way. That was
Yeah.
great. That was
I
my
think,
Spider-Man.
I think the animated Spider-Man, the 90s animated series, is based on his look.
Yes, I think you're right.
I think they've really modelled that.
Yeah,
on him,
yeah.
Loved that 90s series. It's great.
I was trying to put my finger on a cameo theory whilst you were going off on your list, and I've forgotten it, and I'm really mad now.
Elektra?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
There could be 2 Electras, of course.
Yeah.
And Iron Fists and Luke Cages.
Oh
and
no!
things
Oh,
like
oh
that.
God!
They won't
Oh
bring
no!
those up.
No,
They really could.
they could, couldn't they? But
I mean,
Yeah.
It literally it doesn't stop. You know,
Top 3. Tell me the top 3 cameos you think.
Mr. Fantastic.
Right.
We know someone from X-Men.
Yep.
Punisher. Dolph Lundgren.
Okay.
Them are ones I want.
I agree with the first 2. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say an Iron Man of sorts will be in this film.
Oh, there's possibly a Tom Cruise Iron Man, isn't there?
I wasn't talking about him. I was thinking the original.
Okay, but Tom
a
Cruise was
variant.
originally cast in the 90s Avengers movie,
Shut the front door.
and so they might just bring him in. I mean, that's the sort of thing he'd do, isn't it?
Smile, run.
Yeah,
and
get paid
blown up.
$5 million
Yeah.
for it or something for
Yeah,
2
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
Should we move on?
Yeah,
Please.
well, I think
Because interestingly,
I think you've done this quite well.
segued into you're all going to hate me for this, but this is my favourite trailer of the 4.
Why am I going to hate you for
What,
it?
Top Gun?
Top Gun Maverick, yeah, because I think it's the best trailer of the 4. I know that the last one is a good trailer, but this one is the film I'm like, yeah, now, sign me up.
Yeah.
Why is it not on now? Why now?
I admire the fact that this film was ready to go 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Pandemic blocked it.
Yeah.
And they have locked it away and said, nope, not until everyone's ready to see it.
That's got to be a Tom Cruise thing, isn't it? Because he's kicking off about Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible 7 and 8, which he's making, or
Is it 7 and 8?
or 12 and 13, or whatever it is.
Shit.
It is 7 and 8.
I think you're right, yeah.
So he's making 7 and 8. I think they're making them back to back.
Right.
And they're saying that, I think they were saying that they were going to have like something ridiculously short, like a 2-week cinema run, and then it'll be on streaming. It's probably not 2 weeks. It's probably probably a longer period. But the traditional back in the day is like 3 months, and then goes to DVD or whatever.
6 months later. Or 3
Yeah,
months
exactly.
later.
But and apparently Tom Cruise and his team and company, because he's an executive producer, are saying no. It will stay in the cinema to make money in the cinema because that's where it should be experienced. These are action movies that are for the big screen. And he's kicking off. And I think that's happened here because he's an executive producer on this as well, right?
I would have to say that you can only watch this in the cinema, surely.
Damn right.
Holy shit! Do you see some of the dogfighting?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And they've probably done it this time, haven't they? They've probably got up there.
All I'll say, I agree with what you said, and I agree with what you said as well. All I'll say is this trailer proved to me that Tom Cruise is a madman.
Yeah.
The things he put himself through in this film,
Oh.
the G's that he seemed to be flying at, and the goddamn fighter jet flying up the middle of those two. Where's the health and safety, JB?
Mate, they don't need health and safety when Cruise is around because he's just cruising.
Oh.
What else could you want from a movie like this? It's got action, it's got airplanes, it's got Tom Cruise, it's got Don Draper, it's got Jennifer Connelly.
It's got a picture of
Val Kilmer in picture fob. Do you reckon he'll turn up at the end?
Of course he will.
Little cameo, little Sean Connery in Prince of Thieves type cameo.
It'll be like something along the lines of you can be my way
We're at any time. Nice, yeah.
He might show up, but he can't actually talk very well, can he?
Oh, is he ill?
I think he had throat cancer.
Oh, that's very sad.
So I think I saw a YouTube interview of him maybe a couple of months ago, and he can talk, but he has to talk.
Here's one of those machines type things.
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not a machine. He sort of has to talk at a whisper, and it doesn't sound like Val Kilmer.
He might rock up without a line. Also, they filmed it 2 years ago,
Absolutely. Yeah.
so maybe he was okay then.
Yeah.
This trailer is just ace for me. It's just
yeah.
ace. I mean, it's just going to be Top Gun again, but I'm okay with that. I want to watch Top Gun now.
Yes, we shall.
Shall we?
Maybe. What I will say is,
Such a tease, isn't it?
You know, the story is going to be like exactly like Top Gun.
Oh yes.
So we've seen in the trailer they seem to be playing on the beach. I mean, what song is going to be on there?
Yeah.
They won't be playing with the boys,
What?
will it?
Yeah. I know. It's great soundtrack. Yeah, cracking soundtrack.
So let's just see. I mean,
Who's going to die? Who's going to die this time?
Well, I'd forgotten in the trailer that he actually puts the wings on Tom Cruise. This is Maverick.
Yeah.
Puts the wings on someone's casket and then just taps it or smashes it down.
Yeah.
However, I think he will die at the end of the film.
He might die. Yeah, and I think you've got something. But
Saving Goose's son.
what if Goose dies again?
Oh, they've done that. They can't do it again. I wonder if it's Val Kilmer's character dying, passing away.
Maybe.
If it's
Yeah.
Don Draper's character dying, passing away.
But no one cares about Don Draper.
No one cares.
How dare you?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But yeah.
God.
Come on, this is a cracking trailer. This is a cracking movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now I say it though, I don't think it will be him because I think that if the film is successful, which it more than likely will be, they want to do a third.
And this movie is going to make all the money, right? Because of all the things I've just listed, like it's a fun-looking movie. It's Tom Cruise. He's got star power. Also, it's got all the people that watched it in the 80s and loved it.
Yep.
This has got every demographic.
All I need for cherry on top of that cake is Kenny Loggins singing a song.
You know they'll get it back.
Yeah, flipping get Kenny on there.
How much is it going to make? Nathan, is it going to make
A billion. A billion.
It's going to make a
It's
billion.
going to make a billion, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
I love proclaiming things are going to make a billion. Love it. Right, last trailer. It was only a teaser, but it was Thor 4 for Thor. And pretty great trailer.
Yes. I mean, I wanted to see this anyway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's still directed by Taika Waititi, and you can tell from the comedic beats in the trailer. Yeah, I'm all for it.
So on that point, that was something I had trouble with Thor 3 because it went too far for me. It sort of marvelled up Marvel. It turned up to 11, as I always say, where it took the Iron Man quips that they put in place back in 2009.
Oh my God.
No, it's 2009, isn't it? Yes, yeah.
That's when Iron Man 2 came out. No, that came out in 20... Christ, it doesn't matter.
It was
anyway.
2009. I'm sure it was 2009. No, it was 2008, wasn't it? It was definitely 2008. Right. So you know the quips that they put in, and that was that kind of set the tone for Marvel. Obviously, we all know that. This one, I think Thor 3 was like that all the time, every scene, and that's Taika Waititi's style, and he's funny, and he's a very cool guy. But I feel like that's maybe it was too much.
Right.
So I'm a bit worried about that. However, let me just say, I mean, I make no secret about the fact that I have got a massive hard-on for Chris Hemsworth. So the fact that he is back, I know, the fact that he is back as sexy Thor,
It's boner time.
Oh, it's boner time. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I tell you what I really like about his Thor is that they've...
Is it his abs?
Well, obviously.
Is it his face?
Yes.
Is it his muscles?
Yes.
Is it his arms?
Yes. God damn it. I think that if you look at his movies where he's been Thor,
Yeah.
they've started off very serious.
Yes.
And then they've gone very dark in Dark Thor.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Thor 3 was very comedic because it was a comedy, but it was an action comedy.
Yeah.
I think they've looked at what he's done in some of the Avengers films and gone, hey, this guy's got some pretty good comedic timing. We should probably lean into that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they are exploring him as not a comedy character, but a character that has more of a sense of humour than you would expect a Marvel character to have. And I like that.
There was part of that in the first one, wasn't there? Because the first one it was very straight. It was very earnest and knew what it was doing. It didn't do any of that wacky stuff, is what I mean. But what it did do was fish out of water. So like when he has the coffee and he likes it and he smashes the cup on the ground, screams another. Right? That's a moment of Thor being not understanding the culture that he's in.
Yeah.
But that is the bit that's turned up to 11, because what they've done is they've said, "Stupid Thor, make him stupider." Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's, I know what you mean. It works because Chris Hemsworth, I know I'm joking around, but he's charismatic and he's a good actor and he has got comic timing, very good comic timing, clearly. So it works, but it's not the J. Michael Straczynski Thor that I've read in the comic books that I love. Who's incredibly strong and stoic and powerful, and I know.
Yeah, they did that in the Dark Thor and it was crap.
Okay.
It doesn't. What? Thor 2, the
Dark
Dark World.
World.
Listen. You cannot do a pure representation of comic Thor, J. Michael Straczynski's comic Thor, on the screen because they tried it and it didn't work and no one went to see it.
Yeah,
I know.
I know.
Oh, this is terrible. This character's finished. So where'd you go with him after that?
Yeah, I know.
You evolve him.
I know.
You lean into other things that he's good at. Go ahead.
I would say the trailer was awesome, but what makes the trailer is the fact they got Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah, the 90s.
My God.
The 90s,
Jesus
like
Christ, what a tune that is.
sprinkled through it.
Oh, it's just
He's in like cut off jacket and
80s?
No, this is 90s, I think. It's the 90s view.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Pretty sure Sweet Child of Mine came out in the 80s.
If only we had some way of looking it up.
I don't know.
But he's got a look about him that's like a character called Thunderstrike.
Yes. Okay, so that's 90s.
Yeah. So in the 90s, the Thor was depowered or disappeared or whatever, and part of Mjolnir, the hammer, was cracked and it formed like a mace. And there was a guy called Masters. Oh, was it 80s?
1987.
It was big in the 90s though.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah, dickheads. And I think his name was like... Yeah, something Masterman, something... Help me out here.
I can't remember.
Anyway, he's a dude that basically takes on the power of Thor, but not quite as strong, because he's only got part of Mjolnir. Yeah. And he called himself Thunderstrike, because he could pull... So, this Thor has got a look of Thunderstrike about him.
Who was the guy catching the lightning bolt? Was that Gore, the God Killer?
No, I don't think so. That looked to me like one of the Warriors 3. What's his name?
They're all dead, aren't they?
Are they?
Pretty sure they were all killed in Thor 3.
But yeah, Gore the God Killer's in this. It's Patrick Bateman, isn't it? It's Batman himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
If only we had some more Batman to talk about.
What?
Just very quickly, I just want to mention Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah.
Thor.
Oh, our friend called it though.
Now I seeing it on the big screen, I need to challenge that. Now, Dave from the Jack and the Geeks Talk podcast.
Oh,
Hi,
Dave.
Nice to talk to you. He said, "Hey, I wonder if this is a variant.
Yeah.
It's not actually Jane Foster, Natalie Portman, Thor. It's actually Thor from a different universe."
Oh yeah. In the same way that Loki had a female variant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Looking at Mjolnir, it looks like it's been pieced back together after it was crushed by Hela in Thor 3 Comedy Thor.
Yeah.
So I'm not so sure about that.
Was there a scene with Asgard? There was like a boat being towed by like floating goats or something, and it looked a bit Asgardy.
Yeah.
Think there's going to be flashbacks? Oh, there will be flashbacks because we know it opens with a flashback.
Sure. Yeah.
Is the multiverse going to be involved in this?
Doctor
Strange, is it going to be all linked in together somehow?
I suspect so. They're really so close, aren't they?
There's a little bit of a weave there, isn't there, surely?
More than likely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to catch up on your Marvel movies, mate.
What do I need to catch up on now?
No Way Home and then Doctor Strange.
Also, we didn't mention the bad guy possibly in Doctor Strange. That might be Kang.
Now it won't be Kang.
There might be an element of Kang in it.
It might be an element of Kang, but it won't be Kang.
But Kang, you know, in the same way in the Phase 1 of the Marvel movies, Thanos, thank you. I was going to say old purple face, but you're right. You actually got his name. Yeah, he turned up in lots of the background at the end, and it was always him. Kang might have, or a version of Kang might appear post credits or in the final moments or something.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, that's a good shout actually.
Yeah,
Kang was in Loki, wasn't he?
he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best episode of that series, and it was just talking for 45 minutes. Just what a cracking series!
That's what we
that was.
did really well.
We do.
Yeah.
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 Wish it was only 45 minutes. Sorry.
Oh wow.
This dickhead.
Honestly, hope his editing is up to scratch.
James, it's
Hi.
fucking Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2.
Wow.
Can you believe that shit?
Can you believe
No.
that shit?
Has Romelu
I just-
Lukaku scored?
I can't believe it. As
No.
Rowe scored. But,
Yes.
Yeah.
Emil Smith Rowe has scored.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Rumpelstiltskin. He scored.
You're a dickhead.
So the main event, the main reason, the thing we're here for, the Batman.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Batman.
It was all right, wasn't it?
Is that your opinion of that film?
Yeah.
It was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So JB and I have remembered that we actually went to see it together.
Holding
Yeah.
hands. We were holding hands the whole way.
You actually want to make me jealous, don't you?
Yep.
Touch my hand now.
Nope.
Oh, you did it. He did it. He touched me.
I have some problems with this film,
Yeah.
but on the most part, I had a great time. I really enjoyed it, but it was too fucking long.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it was too long.
Yeah.
It was way too...
That is
Jesus Christ.
100% the thing. That is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I came out of this movie and I was like, clearly, that is an absolutely fantastically made movie.
Yeah.
Everything about that is so well controlled, so magnificent on screen. The imagery is stunning. But every fucking scene went on too long.
Everything.
Every scene.
Yeah, certainly the middle act was just stretched a bit too much for me. And the final act seemed like it was not tacked on, but almost from a different Batman film to the start of the movie. Which is not to say that I didn't enjoy it.
No, but couldn't agree more. Could not agree more.
Yeah, but they sort of set the tone of this guy being a feared vigilante. The second we're skipping all over the place here, aren't we?
Yeah, and it's standard us definitely, JB, and we're doing spoilers. We should say that up top.
Straight up top.
I mean, this has been
spoilers.
out for a while and it's made $1 billion, so
Christ,
you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good.
So the second the bat signal comes on,
Yep.
every single criminal element of Gotham City is shitting themselves.
Yeah, they
and
got
I
their
love
pants.
that. I love the fact
Yeah.
they're looking at the darkness going, holy shit, he's over there and he's going to break my collarbone if I don't run now. I
And-
love that. That is so comic accurate. The first hour of the film is absolutely superb.
And it shows you, doesn't just tell you.
Yes.
So you get that, you get them running, and then you get a scene of some cocky kids, twats, thank you, who go and like, oh, I can take him, and then he just wipes,
Annihilates
annihilates the floor. He annihilates them. He wipes the floor with
That guy he beats up, the one that was in the trailer,
them. Yeah.
he's probably going to be in traction for about 6 months.
Do you remember Rob saying this? Rob Coffey used to say this all the time about like the Arkham games, the Batman Arkham games, and Batman in all films and stuff. He's always got like a no killing rule, and he like in the game there's one point where he like.
Someone says don't kill him.
Yeah, he doesn't go kill him, and he like snaps his arm and like breaks his leg, and like he says like he'll live. Our friend Rob was like, yeah, but not well.
But his quality of life is just gone.
Yeah. So yeah, Batman's not a good guy.
But no, he's not a good guy in this. This Batman is not a good guy. However, this Batman has a moral code. This Batman doesn't kill. He doesn't kill anyone. I love it.
Go on, you go first, Nate.
I want to wind it back to the too long thing. I have a perfect example of how it's too long.
Go ahead.
And I'm sure I've told you both this. There's a really fantastic chase scene in this movie. Really fantastic.
Car chase.
The car chase.
Yeah.
It's you can't always tell what's going on, but that's by design. It's moody, it's wet, you feel the danger of it all. There's explosions. I mean, the people die in that car chase. I'm sorry, but they do because of Batman. But it ends in this really beautiful, tense moment where the Penguin is upside down in the car, and therefore we're seeing from his point of view. So it's really upsetting. Like that's a cinema technique, right? Flip it up on its head. The opening of God, what's the film I love? Smell napalm in the morning.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now, thank you. The opening of Apocalypse Now, he's upside down in that, and that's supposed to upset you because you're watching it. He's laying on a bed upside. It's that technique, right? It's using that. And the Batman's walking towards the car, right?
Yes.
And the soundtrack that you were talking about is coming in, and it's getting louder and louder and louder, and it's Jaws, and it's a monster coming towards you, and it's fantastic. And then it keeps going, and he bends his head down, and you go, "Oh, that looks really stupid."
Yeah, it feels like I felt like he was just going to go cooey.
Yeah, exactly. And you go, and I'm just like, just cut those 10 seconds out.
It feels like what's the penguins in Madagascar? Those,
Yeah,
it was
yes.
like that. And it's like them just like, and then the penguins just come in. And you're just like, what the?
Exactly.
No pun intended, because it was the penguin upside
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
I
very
didn't mean
good.
that.
Yeah, it's
I
very
didn't
good.
mean it.
No,
but thank
fine.
you,
You
everyone.
did really well.
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. But can you see my point? That's a really good example of like, just cut that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You could have just got Batman opening the car door and walking, and then you just going, "Oh, I wonder what he did."
Yeah.
It feels to me like possibly Warner Brothers have deliberately been hands off of this film. Number one, because it took like 2 years to make, or something like that, because of the pandemic, etc., and that's fine. I get that. But they have been guilty of interfering in the past.
Yeah.
So, for example, Justice League.
Yeah.
For example,
Just a little bit.
Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
The theatrical cut, not the ultimate cut.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I still really love that movie. I still really love that
yeah,
Ultimate movie.
Listen, absolutely fine. The ultimate cut, great film. The theatrical cut, where they say trim 30 minutes of plot so we can show it more in the cinema.
Yeah.
And they cut out 30 minutes of stuff that's probably quite useful to the plot of the film.
Yeah.
Just so they can show it more times in the cinema and get more money back. It seems to me like on this film they've gone, we're not going to do that. We're going to let the director who has a vision for this telling of this Batman film in this world that he's going to build, we're going to let him go. We're going to be hands off. We're going to let him do what he wants to do. We're going to let him create the film that he wants to create, no matter how long it is. I mean, if it was 4 hours, then maybe they would have gone, maybe cut an hour, mate.
Yeah.
But it's coming. What is it? 2 hours and?
Oh, it's nearly 3. It's
almost 3
yeah,
hours?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
I think it's just under 3.
I literally think they've just gone, fine, do you know what, mate? Make the film you want to make. We have complete faith in you. You're a dark horse director. You're on the up. With every single film you've made, they've all been getting better reviewed than the last. Just go for it.
Yeah.
And I think credit to Warner Brothers here. They've let this guy make the film that he wants to make. Personally, I just feel like it could have been tighter in several scenes. The one you just talked about being, a prime example. Go ahead.
And I want to go back to your point as well about the third act. Because it linked to what you were just saying about.
I want to go back to the first act at some
Okay, all right, that's fine. That's
I
good.
want to go to the first act as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But that third act is really different. It's more like The Dark Knight Rises than anything else in the movie.
Yes.
Which is a gritty version of the 1960s Batman movie, because he just can't get rid of a bomb. Trust me, you go back and watch it. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
And it gets like that. There's a moment where you go, oh, Gotham could just be flooded. What? Oh, okay. And you go with it, and you're like, oh, I'll go with that. That's fine. But then when you look back and you go, well, that seems dangerous. That seems like you wouldn't build a city there. But okay, fair enough.
Well, hang on.
And then
they do talk about the fact that there are flood walls earlier in the film, so they sort of set it
course.
up. And also, Louisiana is built underneath sea
yeah,
level.
I know it is plausible, but it just felt not sure.
Convenient for the plot
Exactly.
of the film.
And then it's like this quite violent fight scene, and I don't know. I just didn't necessarily buy that all those people would show up in the same outfits. I don't know.
These are all the guys that show up dressed like the Riddler.
Yeah. And then he's got some magic adrenaline thing he can put into his leg. There's just a few bits about the last act that's just
Which
a
may
bit...
or may not be Venom.
Yeah.
Venom is what powers Bane.
Oh yeah.
And
I don't
there was
think it is.
something else that I was thinking about where it feels like I remember this vividly after seeing the movie. Now I can't remember, but there's a bit where he lights the flare and then he leads the people out, and he's then the light.
Yes.
And he's hope.
Yeah.
But Superman is hope, so no. And also, it felt like that had happened already in the movie. It felt like there was a moment earlier where he'd already kind of decided to be a beacon.
I feel like that point in the film is him evolving as not only Batman, the Batman, but also realising that he can do more as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
He can give hope in both of his guises.
Yeah.
Both of his characters can do good for Gotham in different ways. And I think at that point he's realising that he can lead these people to safety as Batman, rather than just breaking collarbones and fucking off to beat up the next people.
Yeah.
And he can also do good as Bruce Wayne. I think the next time we see him, because the Batman will return in some way, we're going to see a completely different Bruce Wayne. And we're going to see... I don't think the Batman will be that different, but I think he'll possibly be...
Do you think it'll be more like Dark Knight Bruce Wayne, where he's like suave and sophisticated? Sorry, JB, I could see you want to say
I
something.
don't know. I mean, I think that's one of the challenges I had with the film was that the version of Bruce Wayne reminded me a little bit of Kevin the Teenager from a Harry Enfield. He was like face over the eyes, and I was like, oh my god, but.
Face over the eyes.
Hair over the eyes. Yeah.
Jeez, I'm tired. But actually, when you look at it in the context of the whole film and alter egos, and it almost feels like Bruce Wayne is this introverted person, and his outward voice and actions is Batman because he wants to do what he wants to do. But I think through the film you can see that arc of changing and him going, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I can do something, and hopefully he will. I mean, I don't know whether I want that suave, sophisticated Bruce Wayne rocking up in like million pound cars and women over his arms and things like that. I'd almost like it to be straight after what's happened to Gotham and the rebuild, and then everything that comes together there.
I think you've hit on something really interesting, and I think I remember. I can't remember if I said this to you guys or not, but I remember thinking it, and I may have said it to someone. Going back to the original point where we said it's obviously a fantastically made movie, and it's a very good Batman movie. I just don't think I like this time period of Batman. I think I like him with all his gadgets, and I like him being a badass, and I like him being. I like 10 years into Batman. I don't like year 2 Batman.
No, that's right. And I think it's quite nice seeing that because we've never seen it before.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had Batman almost. Nolan's Batman is kind of. I like that from there's the arc of that, whereas
Nolan's The Dark Knight is him as year 2 Batman.
But he's
way
not
too involved and polished.
Yeah.
This is a more, I can't call it realistic. This is a more comic accurate year 2 Batman.
Yeah.
This is Batman, Long Halloween Batman.
Yeah.
Where he hasn't got it all together.
He gets beaten up loads and stuff, you know.
Yeah. He's working with the. I love the interaction he's got with the police. I love the fact that Jim Gordon trusts him.
We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that they see after the first crime. And by the way, the introductions to Riddler, chef's fucking kiss.
Or the opening scene.
Oh, so good.
I was actually nearly shit my pants because it was so scary.
It was like a horror film.
My god!
Riddler is excellent in this. We can all agree.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something wrong with Paul Dano because he goes far too method. And Mads Mikkelsen recently said some really interesting stuff about method actors. You should definitely look that up if you can. He basically was just like, what are you fucking doing? But he's done something here with this character that's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
Really quite scary.
I love the fact that when we meet Batman, when he's in the room, he's looking around at stuff. We don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
We just know that he's surveying the scene. He's looking at things. He's looking at evidence. And then when he goes back to his Batcave, he takes out his magical contact lenses, and he can scrub through what he's seen.
Yeah.
That is absolutely superb.
That's peak Batman. That is.
The next time we see that,
Yeah.
it will be part of his cowl. It won't be
Yeah.
contact lenses. That will be built into his cowl. But that is an absolute superb take on how the Batman can investigate a scene.
Yeah.
At that time, with the police in there, 99% of which are like, what is this guy doing here?
Yeah.
Why is this guy dressed up as a bat in this room? This isn't right. I love that.
They've all just kind of like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
It was an interesting inclusion. It was an interesting gadget, and I know I just said earlier I like him with all his gadgets and stuff, but like that was an interesting modern take on the gadget.
Yeah. I've got no idea how it works.
No, but
I don't think that matters
because it wouldn't work, right? None of his gadgets would work. You know, his anti-shark spray just doesn't work, right? But
I think you watched a different Batman.
oh right, yeah, okay, yeah.
Should
Should we talk? We've talked quite a lot about the plot. Unless you've got some more on Act One.
It's a little bit of a convoluted reason why Paul Dano does what he does. The Riddler does what he does.
Yeah.
However, it's fine. I like the fact that he is. I like this Riddler more than I like the previous cinematic version of the Riddler.
Yes.
It was Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
I mean, that was straight out of the 60s.
Yeah.
This feels more like what you would expect a psychopathic criminal murderer that has a fixation on riddles would actually do.
Felt a bit Saw-like.
Yeah,
film
had a bit.
Saw?
Seven as well, I thought.
Yeah, lots of that, lots of those vibes.
Yeah,
Saw,
really just
Seven, yeah.
Anyway.
So I wanted to move on to the cast, if that's all right. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
We haven't actually yet mentioned Catwoman.
No.
Oh, she's great.
She is. Is she important to the story?
Yes.
Would you say only
Maybe
because
not.
she is the friend of the
Yeah,
girl that goes missing?
I feel like.
Spoilers all the way. She's the daughter of Maroni.
Yeah. Yeah. But.
Maroni?
Or Falcone.
Falcone.
Yeah.
Well, Maroni's the other one.
Yeah. It's Zoe Kravitz, isn't it? And she's wonderful. She's wonderful. You completely buy everything that's going on with her. She's not acting, you know, she's doing it, right? There's no doubt about it. And she's obviously gorgeous, and she's got great chemistry with Robert Battenbat.
Yes.
I just don't know if her... if you're going to cut stuff out of the movie, I don't know if her character does enough to be important. Yeah.
I disagree. I kind of feel like she's almost the anchor, making him a bit more human.
Agree. So there's some character stuff in there to do. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But plot-wise, she kind of just disappears at the end. Yeah, off she goes. Doesn't have.
I think you're giving her a bad rap. But
Probably.
I saw this film. When did we see this film? 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
Yeah.
A while ago.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't remember it that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the point I'm getting at. It's that we didn't really mention her earlier when we were talking about the plot, and
But we didn't mention any characters.
but we
think
talked
were
about
saving
Batman. We talked about the Riddler. I wanted
Yeah.
to talk about Jim Gordon a little bit,
Yeah.
who is also absolutely fantastic in
Yeah.
this.
I thought that she was exceptionally well cast. Every time she's on the screen, I completely believe.
Yeah,
her
absolutely. Yeah,
character.
that's what I'm saying. That's the problem that I have with this. This clash in my brain, because I'm like, yeah, more of her, please. But I don't know.
Penny drop. Nate needs to see it again, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Once he sees it twice, everything's better.
That's right.
Everything's better when you see
Yeah.
it twice, Nate.
He'll see it. He'll see it the second time and go, "Oh my god, you know that Batman film? That's a fucking masterpiece."
Yeah. You know Catwoman? Integral.
You know all the sines where I said they went on 10 seconds too long? They're all fucking masterpieces. The way they're shot, the Dutch angles. Oh my god!
I'm going to beat you both to death with your microphones.
Oh my god.
You are dickheads. Who are the cast members in it?
I like the fact that there are famous-ish actors in
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for very brief periods, and
Yeah.
then they are murdered. Is it not Sarsgaard, Peter?
Yes.
Sarsgaard, maybe?
Very famously from Green Lantern.
Yes.
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 Yeah, he
Yes.
plays...
Hector Hammond.
Yes.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Got the big head.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah. They've all got big heads in Green Lantern. Everyone has a big head in Green Lantern.
I mean, this is true.
Have you seen Green Lantern? I want to watch it with you.
Oh,
Taika
God.
Waititi's in it.
Oh.
Ben will love it because Taika Waititi's in it.
Is this the one with
Ryan Reynolds. Yeah.
That's who's going to be in fucking Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness.
Deadpool. Yeah, definitely.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I might have watched it. I think
we should watch it again. We should do a rewind and review. We were talking about doing that as our podcast
Do you know
thing.
what? We should. We should do a rewind and review of Green Lantern.
I feel nervous. Ben's agreed with me. What's happening?
I think he's going to beat you with the microphone, and you just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, other cast members that we enjoyed.
Alfred.
Yes.
Not in it a lot. However, I like the fact that him being injured makes Bruce Wayne realise that he is important to him. Because at the start he's like, whatever, you're not my dad. Ugh. Rolling his eyes. Kevin the teenager.
Kevin the teenager.
And then
Well done,
when he's
JB.
put in
Yeah.
mortal peril, he's like, oh, actually, this guy's kind of important to me. I don't really want him to be hurt or to die, so I should probably step up a bit here. Oh, bat signal. Better go. But I like him.
I
Doesn't do a lot.
Oh, controversial. You're all going to hate me.
Go on.
I
'Cause I'm not...
don't really like Andy Serkis.
Why?
Get the fuck out of this
Are you
room.
just want to see him as Gollum?
I just don't like him that much.
Why?
I don't rate him.
What, like Tom Hardy?
You
like?
don't rate him
Yeah.
as... You don't rate him as Gollum,
He's amazing.
literally worldwide known as one of the greatest characters of any franchise ever,
Yeah.
brought to life by Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Or, I'm not even going to go anywhere near Star Wars with Snoke. I'm going to say, or Caesar in the bloody remakes of the Planet of the
Oh, yeah,
Apes
he's great.
films,
Yeah, he's absolutely great in that.
where he literally
Yeah.
is acting through CGI on that film, and you don't rate Andy Serkis.
Oh, yeah, no, I think those are great,
hang on.
absolutely fantastic performances. Yeah.
Hang on. Are you saying that
I don't
he's-
even know
he's
who you are.
He's really good at doing animals
Yeah.
and hobbits
Creatures,
deformed
yeah.
by the ring, but when he wants to be a person, he's not as good?
I think, yeah, he's quite good as Ulysses Claw because you hate him.
And he's kind of comedic
Yeah.
bad guy.
I just don't really like him.
I think
quite-
Andy Serkis is a god.
Oh.
There you go.
I don't think he's a god, but I did enjoy him as
A national treasure.
I think you're absolutely right about the performances you've talked about. He was King Kong as well.
Yes, he was.
I just don't like him. That's okay. That's, Liam Gallagher, really don't like the guy. Love his music.
Yeah.
Which one's Liam?
He's the one that does drugs a lot.
He's a gobby one.
Yeah. Noel is the genius.
Yeah, so Liam is the lead singer, but Noel just sits in the background.
Yeah, but
Okay.
have you listened to High Flying Birds? Noel's
Yeah,
solo band. Oh, it's amazing.
yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
yeah, it's really
And
good.
Noel is the genius.
Noel is the genius. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
No, I haven't.
They split up because he was like, "Don't do drugs anymore, please." And Liam was like, "No, I'm going to do lots of drugs." And he was like, "Could you not? Could you not? Because it might be damaging to everyone."
Is that Scoop? Is that a nurse chatting Scoop?
Yeah.
That's the reason why Oasis
Me
split
and the
up?
Gallaghers are like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Colin Farrell's Penguin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Completely unrecognisable.
Yeah.
But good God, he was great.
He was fantastic, and yes, unrecognisable is the right word because I remember seeing a trailer for this film when it probably about 18 months ago, the first trailer for it, and someone said to me, "Oh yeah, Colin Farrell's in it," and I was like,
Is he?
"Was he?
Yeah.
I've seen that trailer. I didn't see Colin Farrell. I had no idea I thought they just had an actor playing the Penguin, and he looked like that. I didn't realise that was makeup."
Apparently, it's like vast steps forward in makeup because everything's attached to different muscles on his face. So when he emotes normally, the makeup emotes for him. Normally, you have like a big thing on and it just doesn't move.
Yeah,
but
it's
they've
like a rubber
they've
face,
done like
basically.
really clever stuff with like all his cheekbones and his eyebrows and everything around
Wow.
here. So
well,
yeah.
it bloody works.
It was bloody good.
Yeah, very good.
I've got something I want you to cut into the earlier in the pod,
Oh,
or just leave it here and make out like you're gonna.
go on then.
Our friend Carl Walker
Yes.
texted me and he said, latest Thor trailer is amazing. Counting down the days till the Goat Boat Lego model is released. We talked about the Goat Boat. That's why I thought it'd be relevant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll edit that in. Ben, edit this in.
Oh no.
Or maybe I will.
Put it.
I'll
out.
know.
I know.
I won't know because I'm
You
not going to
will-
listen back.
No,
No way.
no way.
We've been doing this for like
14 hours.
14 hours. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about the cast. The
There's
action.
more. I just want to say, I know I called him Maroney and that was wrong, but Falcone, the guy who plays him.
Oh, yeah.
Is
famous,
great.
very famous, amazing actor.
He's been in
Turturro.
Star
John
Wars films,
Turturro.
isn't he? Transformers films.
Yes, he was in the Transformers movies, yeah.
I've only seen 1.5 of them. I think he's definitely in the first one, yeah.
He's in more of them.
He was great. I like the fact that they also ended him, but he was good. Jim Gordon as well, I know you said he was fantastic.
Yeah,
I like the fact that they spent zero time telling us how their relationship, his relationship with Batman became a thing.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
not
like,
important.
no,
Yeah.
this relationship, go.
Yeah.
Like that. Very good. I also like the fact that he pulled his punch. And Jim Gordon was like, "Hey, you could have pulled your punch." He was like, "I did pull my punch."
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I also think like I like the fact that Batman didn't put on a silly.
It was a little bit of a silly voice.
Okay.
No, he just talked.
You are absolutely spot on.
Vengeance.
Because you rewatched the Nolan films recently, didn't you?
Well, not all of them. I just watched Dark Knight Rises. That's with the Joker.
No, Dark Knight is the Joker.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Not the one with Bane.
No, not what about.
Go on, go on.
I can't remember what it
Can't do
is.
it. Gratefully received, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh, gratefully received.
Wearable needed.
I think Ben tops it.
Yeah.
Can we have a Bane night where we just go out and we just talk
There
like
is a
Bane?
Bane soundboard online.
Well, that's
Mate,
one of our
we've-
other rerun reviews then.
Yeah,
That will
we-
do Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, and also, but we've seen Bane Cat as well because
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
absolutely hilarious. But we were talking about the voice, and yes, my God, the Christian Bale voice is more annoying than I can remember.
Yeah.
It
But
doesn't start off that way.
No, it
in
doesn't.
Batman Begins, it's just deep.
Yeah.
It's his voice, but it's deep. And then in The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, it turns into a growl. And
Well, he
it's
does
just
that
silly.
really famous scene in Batman Begins where he's hanging the guy, the crooked cop, upside down, and he's like, "Swear to me!" It's like
Yeah.
that scene, but just for the whole movie.
Yeah.
So, talking about the action, we talked a little bit about the car chase. He is incredibly bulletproof.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And he doesn't seem to realise how bulletproof he is at first. And then come the scene where he walks through the hallway in the club, he's like, fuck these bullets.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
shoot him in the mouth. But okay.
Yeah, I don't know why people... I mean, because that his cowl looks like it's made of leather.
Yeah, the film would end. I think probably is why.
I mean, you're probably right, but
Yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah.
why more people don't shoot him in the face or
Yeah.
the head when he's wearing that leather cowl.
Yeah,
Yes, you're absolutely right.
and when his chest plate is clearly made of metal,
Yeah.
and you think that looks like armor.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't shoot him there.
Yeah.
True.
I like this version of his grappling hook.
I
'Cause
don't
it's sort of-
remember it.
It comes out of his gauntlet.
Oh right.
Instead of it being a gun that's actually attached to his belt,
Oh, so
it's like attached in his gauntlet. and
Okay.
he sort
I was
of
going to say it's
does
like
something funny with his hand and
RoboCop,
it
but it's
comes out.
not because RoboCop's got it in his leg.
I mean, he does shoot a lot of people with his grappling hook
Yeah,
in this, and
yeah.
it probably hurts them quite a lot.
Do you know how RoboCop reloads his gun?
Puts it back in his leg, and
No, the bullets come through his arm.
Shut up.
Really?
That's genuinely true. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's not in the book that Ben got me about 3 Christmases ago.
Well, that's a shit book then.
Why did you buy me a shit book?
Have you even read the fucking book?
Well, I
By the
wouldn't.
sounds of it, JB, you haven't even fucking read the book.
I
man.
have read the book. That's
Wow.
why I just said it.
Did you just look at the pictures, JB, or did you read the words?
Pictures.
So what other action scenes are in this movie? I mean, there's a lot of talking in this movie.
Lots.
There is, and I like that.
Ah,
I like
yeah,
the
I'm
fact
all
that
for
it's an I like the fact you actually see Batman detecting.
Yes.
This is the first movie where you've seen Batman actually doing detective work, and the detective work making sense.
Yes.
Not being, hey, we can reconstruct this bullet in this brick, and that means something.
That means nothing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a bit like having your mate round when you're doing the crosswords, though, wouldn't it? It's
I mean, he
like,
does figure it all out.
Just come in and just be like, fall down, visionary. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just can't think
Yeah,
of what it is.
you're spot on. He like he knows the riddles immediately.
Yeah, it's like that. I'll just give everyone a little bit of time because, God, it's
Yeah.
obvious it's this.
Doesn't
Yeah.
Alfred help him with one?
Yeah, I
Something?
think what they've done is they've made the surface riddles, although not easy, they've made them seem easy because Batman figures them out. But then the riddle has a riddle in it,
Yes.
and then there's a riddle inside that.
Yes.
That's the Riddler. And so the criticism of like he just figures it out straight away. That's the point.
Yeah.
The Batman's like, this is too easy. So
Yeah. Well, but you're seeing him figure it out,
yeah.
Yeah.
and it's not done.
Oh yeah, no.
With 5 minutes to go.
The best bit about
as
the movie,
the third reel starts. You know.
best bit about this movie is the fact that he's a detective.
Yes.
Definitely. The fact that you see him with the contact lenses and then working stuff out and having a conversation with Alfred and having a conversation with Gordon and all that stuff is the best thing about this movie.
Yeah.
The fact that you are working out with him, you're being taken on the journey of the detective. Who is this guy? Why is he doing it? How is it linked to that thing over there? And what's it going to end up as? Definitely. There's no
It's
doubt
like a big
about
game of Cluedo.
It is. But then the problem with that is, do you want to go and see this movie again?
Yeah.
Because now you know the riddles and the answers and the mystique is gone.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well, I look upon it as like watching Seven.
Yeah, okay, but 7 isn't 3 hours long and you didn't come out of 7 and go, fuck me, that was long.
Oh, well, he's got me on that one, hasn't
Yeah,
he?
I've got you.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm not... If it is rewatchable, then great. I'm glad, but I feel like that's a problem. If you make a movie that's all about a mystery box that gets revealed at the end, and then the movie's too long.
Well, I'm looking forward to spotting things in the film when I rewatch it
Yeah.
that I didn't see the first
Fair.
time.
I think there's Jim Bob Squarepants seen it like 7 times or something ridiculous.
I don't know. Possibly. Yeah. I mean, I know that he really enjoyed the film.
Yeah, I
really
saw
enjoyed
something on Twitter and he was just like, I've just been for my 12th time. And I'm like, good for you, Jim.
I
I mean,
also-
rock on, Jim.
I also think he's got HBO Max via a VPN, and I think he's now got. I think it's actually out now on HBO Max. So
That'd be
he's
why
got
he's watched it
access to
15 times.
That'd
Yeah.
be it. Yeah.
The number did increase each time, just so you know.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't just make a mistake.
No, I know. You just was like, and he's now watched it 20 times.
Hey, I want to talk about 2 action scenes that I thought were good,
Okay.
and they. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Me too. Like the synergy.
Um,
They link into the fact that this film is very grounded in a real world.
Yes.
Gotham. By the way, as well, I just want to say Gotham looks superb and very wet.
Soaking.
Sodden.
Sodden.
Absolutely sodden.
Drenched.
You would
Greasy.
be,
Yes.
you would be pissed off if you lived in Gotham
Yeah.
because it's just raining all the time.
All the time.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, I hate having wet feet.
Wet feet.
Wet feet is the worst.
yeah.
And those, they just pool everywhere.
Bastards.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm surprised people weren't walking around in wellies.
And
Sorry, Ben.
if there's walls that are holding back the river, well, the whole place is going to get flooded anyway because it rains so much.
Yeah, get in your boats.
Yeah.
Need a bigger boat.
Good point.
Yeah, we are poking holes through this wet piece of paper.
Ben, action scenes. Let's go.
The scene where he wingsuits off the top of Gotham PD.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Gotham
yeah.
PD, by the way, is a live bird building in Liverpool.
Okay.
Shut the front door.
Yeah,
Really?
they filmed a lot of it in the UK, I think. Yeah.
I love the fact that his cape isn't magic. I like the fact that he has to actually turn his suit into a wingsuit, and then he literally falls whilst gliding and hits a bridge and a bus, and he's like fucked when he lands.
It's extraordinarily exciting as a scene.
Yes.
And then he hits a bridge and a bus, which would crumple every single bone in his body. He would be dust.
He's wearing a freaking suit of armour.
This is true. He'd be dust.
He would be in deep shit.
He'd be a splodge on the ground made of bone dust and flesh.
Unless he's got some sort of foam in there that's doing the impact.
He could be
Possibly.
foam,
Like
yeah.
airbags.
Maybe he's just
Mini airbags.
really muscly, and his muscles just like nah, and just walking through a bridge. You know.
He's young. He's there. You know, young kids, they bounce around and they just get off.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. We've already said it's like Kevin the teenager.
But if it was you and me,
I wouldn't be getting up for weeks, mate.
no,
No. Or you'd be needing to build a bridge.
because you're hench.
Hench.
You
Oh,
are
massive.
hench. Yeah,
Absolutely
yeah.
massive.
You see those guns? I
Oh,
swear
my
to God.
goodness.
Yeah.
They got
I'm
tickets.
still looking at
The
them.
There's still
pipes.
tickets.
Sorry, the second action scene.
Okay, so it's the start of the car chase. I mean, the car chase that you talked about was fantastic, and I like that. But there's the bit, and it leans into the fact that he's still new as Batman.
Before you go into it, the car chase though,
Yeah.
The opening of the car chase when the car is revealed as like a monster.
That's what I wanted.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
That's what I
Sorry.
was
Oh, please. Sorry.
He
Yeah.
stalls the car.
Yeah.
He stalls the car
Does
because
he?
he's not used to driving the car.
Right. Okay.
Because he's used to
Okay.
driving the motorbike. He's
Yeah,
brought
yeah,
the car out as
yeah.
hey, I got this new bit of kit. I'm gonna
Because you
try
see him
this.
making it throughout the movie, right? You see it up on the hoist, and you see him doing the work on it.
That is very reminiscent to. I mean, it's different in the film. He stalls the car. In Batman Arkham Origins,
The game.
he is interrogating a bad guy, and he doesn't let up, and he accidentally makes the bad guy pass out, and he's like, "Damn!" like that.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And because he's new as being Batman,
Yeah.
and the same as this, he's new with the car,
Yeah.
and it looks. I don't know if he actually stalls it or if
Oh,
he's
yeah.
doing like a growl with the car, and then it sort of lurches forward and stops, and he starts it up again, and boom. But it looks like he stalls it, and I just think that is chef's kiss for this Batman. Very good.
And it's like a monster. The car is a creature in itself because it's in this alleyway and it's a beast and it's got this big back and the lights come up and there's steam around it and it's got wings. It's a bat monster, right? It's
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I like this film. It's too long, but I like it.
Yeah, I said this to
Give it a
you.
break, you prick.
This film's fine. Yes, okay, yeah, okay.
I want to mention, before you get to this last bit, I want to mention one thing that I think the film could have really done without.
Okay.
That is the scene in Arkham where Riddler makes a mate.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to talk about.
Well, I thought that was a deleted scene.
Well, there's a deleted scene and the end credits, and both of them are linked.
What? We didn't stay for the end credits, did we?
No, don't.
It's not really end credits. It's
Oh,
yeah.
for God's sake,
It's,
then. I asked you in the movie.
There's not an end credit scene.
But what did I miss?
but the end credit scene is the scene in Arkham where he makes a friend. Yes, the Joker.
Okay, fine. Oh, here we go. Was it Joaquin in there or not?
No, it's the guy from Eternals.
Barry Keoghan.
Oh,
Keoghan.
is that the...
Yes, he's Irish.
Yeah.
Very Irish. He's pretty
Don't
Irish.
do it.
He's
Don't-
Irish to the core.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
What? What?
What, Northern Irish or just Irish?
Yeah. But it's not okay. It's not okay as a scene.
What? Okay, so which scene? The scene with the Riddler and the Joker?
Yes, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be there.
It's not
silly.
It's pointless.
Why
Yeah.
is it pointless?
It feels like crowbar in sequel bait.
Right?
You don't need to do that. This movie's made $1 billion. Just make a sequel.
Why?
Because it takes me out the moment. Like when I'm watching the movie, I'm like, all right, okay, there's another villain. Oh, it's the Joker. Okay, what the character that we've seen fucking 6 versions of in the last 2 years. Okay.
Have we had 6 versions?
We've had at least 4 that I can think of.
Can you get your facts right, please?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. But can you? I mean, come on. I'm like,
You don't need it. The Batman Begins did it better, where Jim Gordon says to Batman at the end, "Hey, this guy's got a flair for the dramatic, bit like you. Keeps robbing banks, robbing from the mob, and he keeps leaving these
calling cards.
and he holds up a Joker card, and you're like, oh, it's the Joker! That was a much better way to say to you, in this universe, there's a Joker. The scene that we got in this film I thought was tacked on and silly.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I thought it was tacked on silly as well because you didn't see him. And maybe that's a weak excuse, but...
I think it was a reshoot.
Yeah, I think it might have been as well.
I think
yeah.
when they cut out the scene, because the deleted scene that you're going to talk about...
Have you
was
watched the
released.
deleted scene?
No?
We
So-
probably should get that up. But
There's a deleted scene that the director released
Right?
that was Batman going to Arkham talking to Joker. And he caught Joker and locked him up in Arkham in his first year as Batman. And he's trying to get his opinion on the Riddler. It's almost like Clarice Starling going to see Hannibal Lecter.
it's 100% like Hannibal Lecter. It's 100% like it. And that is great.
So I think I think this guy does a fairly decent job as this universe's version of a Joker.
Yeah.
I want to talk about something that I have a theory. We'll get to it later.
Oh, I love a good theory from Ben.
I suspect that when they went, okay, we're going to cut this because it slows down the pace. And, the point in the movie where we want it to go in it slows the film right down, and we need to start gathering pace at this point.
It also removes you from the movie because you're like, I want to see that
Joker,
story.
yeah, well,
show me that
yeah.
story because that sounds
So
interesting.
I think when they realised they were going to cut that, they went back to this Barry. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Barry Kay.
Barry Kay.
Yeah.
Went back to him and said, "Hey, look, we
BK,
cut this
Burger
scene
King.
for pacing, but we want you to come back, put the makeup on again. Maybe not as much as we put you on last time, so you don't have to put on the full kit. And we want you to meet a new cellmate who is Riddler.
Yeah.
And we're going to put this towards the end of the film." And it feels that tacked on. It just feels like they knew that they wanted to have the guy in the film and give it a sort of sequel bait sort of hint. But it was just stupid, I think.
The dialogue in it, I think, is stupid as well. It
doesn't make much sense.
It doesn't make much sense. There are no staff around. It's just a really weird scene.
Yeah. And
it was eye rolling for me.
Yes.
I think you need to watch the scene at some point because
Okay.
it's actually really good. But that is going to be picked up on the microphone. You know that, right?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I've just found that I've got a Batman and the Superman Lego figures in my bag,
Right.
so I'm putting them out
Oh, brilliant.
because why not?
Why not?
Fair, and I think now we've hung a lantern on it. That's fine because you can make that noise.
What, a green lantern? Have we hung on it?
Yeah, we've hung a green lantern on it.
Okay, fine.
But the problem is that it is the movie you want to go and see. Like, how did he catch Joker? Who is this character? How is this character? How did he manifest? What type of Joker is it?
So are you saying you think you get through a marathon of a film
Yeah,
where you think actually this is really good, the Riddler is a really fantastic character,
yeah.
done really, really well, and then you give the people what you want at the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want Joker.
But
That's
you-
what I want. I want to see that.
But what I'm saying is, what you want, what happens is you go. Look at Ben's face; he's so happy with his Lego men.
Yeah, I think chuck them on the floor.
What you do is you go, well, in my head, you go, oh, so he's already caught Joker previous to this movie. That is probably a good story.
I want to see that.
I want to see that story. Or rather, I want to have seen that story, not this story.
Oh, really?
Especially when it's 3 hours long and you're like, fucking hell.
Oh, no,
just
but
cut
hang on. So they're going to have to go back to... He's going to have to go back further. What if he's not Kevin the teenager, what can he be? If he's
I know.
Caught the Joker.
Sure.
Isn't the Joker meant to be like his
Nemesis,
like big
yeah.
proper nemesis,
Yeah.
like can't do anything, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So there's just,
have a nemesis.
there's just loads. There's just so many problems, isn't there? There's just so many problems with the inclusion of having him in that I think it's a better movie if you take it out.
Or
Yes.
not have it, so not have it at all.
Yeah, not have it at all.
Don't say that, and then just that could be the start of the next movie.
Yeah. If you've got someone who you think you could do a really great job of this, and you shoot a scene and you go, this scene doesn't work for pacing, then I think take it out and then go, actually, we'll just include that character in the future.
Yeah. I agree with you. It shouldn't have been in the film, and it's a bit silly. And the delete scene is actually better.
Yeah.
But never mind.
We're going to watch it in a minute.
Okay, cool.
Fine.
That's all I have to say about this immensely long movie.
How would you score this film? Do you want to score out of 5 or out of 10?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Okay, I think it's fine.
JB, what would you score this film? Out of 5 or out of 10? Your choice.
I'm going to do at 5, and I would probably give it 4 Darkwing Ducks.
Oh, I love a Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah,
What a shout! What a shout,
I mean,
JB.
it's pretty long, but...
It is pretty long.
And I would like to watch it again, but I'm a bit like what you said. You're thinking long and being rude.
Oh, yeah, that's what she said. Sorry, I've got too much Michael Scott in there.
I would watch it again, but in the comfort of my own home so that I can happily pause it and go up for a wee and...
Make sure the subtitles are on.
Oh, subbies are on.
You could watch it in 2 sittings as well, couldn't you?
Yeah,
you could watch it like...
yeah.
You could be a Sunday afternoon and then not finish it and then like, oh, Monday evening I'll finish that off.
Yeah, it's good.
Solid 8 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah?
Nice.
Room to improve.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fantastic. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it was too long.
Yeah.
And even if the
Yeah.
third act did feel like a different end to a different Batman film than the first act did.
Yeah.
But very comic book accurate portrayal of Batman.
Yeah.
I want to give you a theory.
Okay.
Ooh.
This Batman is set in the same world, universe, as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, and the person who is Joker in this Batman film is inspired by the events of Joker from Joker, and that Arkham and this Arkham are the same.
Does that line up with Thomas Wayne?
Possibly not.
But maybe there's Thomas Wayne Jr. and Thomas Wayne Sr.
There you go. Maybe.
Good theory.
Or nothing like that at all.
What you've got to remember is that nothing matters, Ben.
Well, I mean, we're all going to die one day.
Oh,
You're
no
absolutely
doubt.
right.
And we could die tonight on the way home.
Memento Mori and all that.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Yeah.
But no, hey, maybe that's a stretch too far. But it wouldn't surprise me if they tried to shoehorn that in some way.
What if, counter theory,
Yeah.
this is actually... I can't do it with a straight face.
Just do it. Just do it.
What if this is actually the Green Lantern universe? And the guy that plays Hector Hammond is actually Hector Hammond in this.
He could be.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be. I mean, he's not. But he could be.
These theories are blowing my mind.
Arsenal are now beating Chelsea 4-2.
Wow.
I can't believe it.
No.
I can't believe I made myself giggle so much with that dumb joke. That's the worst joke I've...
I think you've been hanging around me too long.
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah,
I think I'm making you stupid.
Right, we need to make a solid commitment that we're going to do at least one podcast a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's actually on pod as well.
You reckon?
If we don't, we owe each other a KFC.
Yeah, right.
That's the deal. We always make deals on KFC.
100% on the KFC.
Pretty sure you owe me a KFC, actually.
Bollocks. I might do, actually.
Hang on, I feel like I
Check
want
the
to come to
tape.
Ben's defence here. You
Yeah.
probably do.
Why? Tell me why.
Because you just, you're...
If we've got any, it would have been on a pod. If there's any listeners out there that's when I've said on a pod that I owe Ben a KFC, and he was right because he's not that right that often.
True,
Is
it would be
he?
a moment. It would be a moment in time,
Is
wouldn't
he?
it? Yeah.
I'm just asking everybody. Then
I
please,
should protect myself
Yeah,
here, but
but-
at the same time, that feels absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
just let us know. Let us know
Right,
if I owe Ben
so
a KFC.
we'll be back probably the end of May or towards the end of May.
Yes.
Sure.
And if we haven't got a big movie that's come out, there will be.
Well, we've already know. It's Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
yeah. So we'll probably be doing that. But we might do some rewind reviews, which we used to do back in the day. We watched an old movie and then gave it a review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we talked about a film that we'd seen ages ago.
Yeah.
Rewind and review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might do some of those if we
I know
want.
things.
Do you?
Do you?
No.
Okay.
No. Great. This has been wonderful.
Hasn't it?
Ben, where can people find us if they want to get in touch with us?
Please don't. But on all the socials... on all the socials...
Oh God! I wish it was on video. I wish it was because it was. I mean, the audio was cracking, but just the face that you pulled.
It was like,
just
oh my god.
Like, why are you doing this to me now?
Yeah.
Why?
Come on, Ben.
On all
Ben,
the socials.
Ben, what socials?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at nerdschatting, you'll find us. Or you can email us, nerdschatting@outlook.com, you'll get Nate, and he'll forward it to me and I'll ignore it. There you go.
Challenge. Whoever's listened to this, if you're still listening, email me right now.
Do it.
nerdschatting@outlook.com.
No one will.
No, they won't. No.
That was it. We'll be back next month.
Right, thanks, everyone. Thank
Multiverse
you.
Madness. Thanks. Cheers. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers.